أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومنهم من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار أولئك لهم نصيب مما كسبوا والله سريع الحساب. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah Baqarah Ayat number 201 and 202. So in these two ayat, Allah tells us about the second type of people who request Allah for the goodness of this world and the world hereafter, and also beg Allah from the torment of the fire. So these are the people who are liked by Allah. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he was to repeat this dua every time, mostly every day. So Allah tells us in these ayat, we read first. Allah said, وَمِنْهُمْ, and from these people, مَنْ يَقُولُ, who says, Rabbana, O our Lord, Atina, grant us, give us, fid dunya, in this world, hasanatun, goodness. O Allah, give us goodness in this world, wa fil akhirati, and the world hereafter, hasanatun, to give goodness to us in the last day or in the world hereafter. Wakina, and save us, azab an-nar, from the punishment of fire. So save us from the torment of the fire. Allah said these people, Ulaika, those are the people, lahum, for them, nasibum, there is a share for them, mimma kasabu, what they have earned. So what they earned, so that is the share for them. Wallahu, and Allah, Sari'ul Hisab, Allah is swift to take the account of every person. So accountability is coming because day of judgment is coming closer, and accountability at the day of judgment so will be so fast and swift, and the people who will have to request Allah for the goodness of this world and the world hereafter, and request to save them from the punishment of the fire. And those people in their account, when they will be before Allah, so they will get no time so quickly possible for them to release from the accountability and to enter into paradise. This way, this dua is the blessings of Allah for us. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he was to read this dua every time. Qatada radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he asked Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu that what was the dua that was read by Holy Prophet ﷺ mostly every time. Ans Raziallah Ta'ala anhu, he said that the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was to read mostly every time Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya Hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. This hadith is in Abu Dawood. And Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam one day went to see a person so who became very weak. So only the bones were left. So he was so weak. And the Prophet ﷺ asked him what type of thing that person request Allah. He said, I request Allah what type of torment and punishment you will give me at the day of judgment. So just give me in this world. So that time Allah, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, there is no one who can have capability to face all type of punishment and problem. Uh, uh, what type of dua you are requesting to Allah. So no one is in a position to face the torment of Allah in this world. So don't say this dua. And the Prophet ﷺ taught him that you have to read this dua. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. And that person read this dua and he became healthy and mashallah good body. So this dua also give health to the people who are ill. And this hadith was in from Musnad Ahmad. So actually this dua is the blessings of so many mercies of Allah which are hidden in it. All types of goodness of this world and the world hereafter is hidden in it. And also, when a person is just to read this one, his iman becomes more strong and that becomes constant throughout the time of his life. Even when a person is just to die, so the person dies with iman. So who is constant to read this dua every time before Allah. And in this dua, like hasana, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatum. This hasana, it has so many blessed word, blessed things, the blessings of Allah, mercies of Allah, all type of goodness and all type of nice things are hidden in this word hasana. And the person who read this one becomes thankful. And the heart of the person will finds the love of Allah. And the tongue of the person busy with the remembrance of Allah. The family of the person becomes pious and nice and obedient. And the deeds of the person becomes good every time. And if the person is ill, finds health, so good knowledge he can have, and the mind to worship, mind to do the good deeds, and the children they become also in love with Allah and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the friends of the person becomes the good people. So the bad people became away from the person and the good people becomes near to that person who is just to read this dua because of hasana has blessed word in it that has so many mercies of Allah. So due to that one also a person becomes safe from the punishment of fire and gets the Jannah and the special sight to see Allah in Jannatul Firdaus. Alhamdulillah. So these types of blessings are hidden in this dua. So this dua, because Prophet ﷺ, he was to read this dua every time. So mostly, and when a person is anyone who go to perform Umrah or Hajj, so when the person is in tawaf between Rukn Jamani and to the black stone, the Hijri Aswad, so the everyone is to read this dua. When the person is reading this dua, that time the angels who are in between that area, they say Ameen. So dua is accepted, and Alhamdulillah, the person will get the goodness in this world and the world hereafter, and also safety from the fire punishment. So these are the blessings of Allah's special, which are hidden in this dua. So every time a person must remember Allah and request Allah with this dua, because you can see the Ibrahim alayhis salam when he was put into the fire, and the fire became like cool. This is because of this hasana. Ibrahim alayhis salam, he left his wife and son in Makkah, Hajra radiallahu ta'ala anha, and Ismail alayhis salam. There was nothing, only the barren mountains. But you can see the water Zamzam. That is hasana also, the blessed Allah's mercies. And also you can see the peaceful city Makkah, that is the blessings of Allah because of this hasana. Similarly, you can see when Ibrahim alayhis salam, he was to slaughter his son just for Allah's love. So there was a animal who was slaughtered. That was also hasana. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan. So these are the hasana, is if it means, and you can see Ibrahim alayhis salam, he was put into trials many times, but he became successful because he was in love with Allah and have the full iman and dependent in Allah completely and fully, that Allah is just, Allah can do everything for me. So then when the person have so much concrete belief in Allah, iman in Allah, then the hasana is just for that person. When a person is just to say Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. When a person is just to say this one, so that person becomes free from the torment of fire and also gets the mercies and blessings of Allah in this world and the world hereafter. So in the next ayat, what Allah said, Ulaika lahum, and those are the people, nasibum mimma kasabu, they will get the share of that one what they earned. So earning is very important. So it means when a person is doing good deeds and worshipping Allah and must earn to get the blessings which are hidden in this dua, to read it again and again with the heart, with full mind and fully concentration towards Allah, and request Allah, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Because when a person is just to say Rabbana atina fid dunya, so this dunya, and then the person say oh, wa fil akhirati hasana, so it means the balance becomes nice, like at the day of judgment when the person's deeds will come into the balance and they become balance both dunya and akhirah. And when a person read wakina azab nar, and then the side of the good deed will will be heavy, and because of that, the person will get the Jannah quickly, and his accountability will finish quickly, and will go swiftly to Jannah. This way Allah said, Wallahu Sariyul Hisab. So Allah is just to take the accountability of that of the people quickly and swiftly. So the person who is just to read this dua will get the release from the accountability as quick as possible. So this way, in this ayat, Allah tells us that the person who was just to read this dua will get the uh, his accountability, his hisab, very quick and swift, and the entrance of Jannah for that person will be a gift for Allah from Allah. MashaAllah, that is the very good gift of Allah at the day of judgment. So we must read this dua. Try to look at your deeds every day. Whatever you have to do before going to sleep, you have to take the account of all the things what you have done throughout the day. So you have to look what type of thing was making problem for your iman. Request Allah and for forgiveness. And also, you have to look what type of bad things you have done. Request Allah for forgiveness. And whatever good things you have done, you must be thankful to Allah. Say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I have done all that because of your blessings, because you gave me health, you gave me power. I have done this one because if you were not to bless me, all the power, all the courage, all the energy, all the motivation, and even health. So I was unable to do all these good deeds. That is because of you, O Allah. So I am thankful to you. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So before going to sleep, every time if a person is just to request Allah that whatever you have done, you must be thankful, and whatever was done wrong must a person do astaghfar tawbah and promise Allah that I will not do again. And I if whatever I have done, the bad things are something have been done intentionally or unintentionally, or because of the motivation of some other people or motivation of shaitan or nafs. So I am also requesting Allah for forgiveness. Please forgive me all that. And then the person before going to sleep must read this dua. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. So this hasana word is the blessed word. It is comprehensive of all types of good deeds which have been created by Allah. So this way, so when a person is just to see, then all type of good deeds which every person will find in this world and the world hereafter, so that is possible that the person who is reading will get all these things. So inshallah, because the Prophet ﷺ, he was to read this dua more and more time, so we have to follow. This will be sunnah of Prophet ﷺ also. When we are reading this dua, we will get the reward which is hidden in this dua, and also we will get the reward of sunnah of Prophet ﷺ also. And also because the balance both sides will be all right. And when we say wakina azab nar, then the side of the good deeds becomes high, will be heavy, and at the day of judgment our accountability will be done quickly and swiftly, and we will get the entrance of Jannah, inshallah. Because Allah said in this ayat that Allah is just to take the accountability very quick. So that is the quick process for the, because this ayat is connected with the back ayat, the 2201 and 202 together. So it means this Allah will take the accountability of the people who are just to read this dua and request Allah for the goodness of this world and the world hereafter, and request to save from the torment of the fire. So the accountability for those people is very quick. So then his entrance to Jannah is very quick. So that is a very good chance for us, because we got Allah's special mercies in this world, hidden in Holy Quran, in special ayat like this ayat and this dua. And we must read it like understanding a worship and understanding the salvation of our problems, of our, even a person who is ill is just to read this dua will become better, and a person who is needy of anything, so must read this dua. And when a person who came to Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he was in a problem, and he requested Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu that he has to read some dua, he has to request and he said, the person said that give me some special ayat from Quran or something from Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam I can read, so my problem will be solved. And Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he read that time, he said, ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. So then the person said, just tell me now. Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said, everything has been done, because this all of the good deeds and the problems what you have, the solution of those one are also in this dua. So when you are just to read the dua, your all types of problems will be solved. So this way, this dua is very good for us. So we have to read it when we are needy, we need to fulfill our problem or solution of any problem or any demand we need to be fulfilled, so must read this dua if the demand is for this world and the world hereafter, and that will be fulfilled by Allah, and inshallah, and you will be saved from the torment of the fire also. This will be the special gift with that dua. So this way we must have a habit to read this one, and also teach our children to read this one every day, many times, as much as, even if we go outside from home, we have to read this one, because outside our journey will be safe and also problem will be solved. And when we come in home, we have to read, because inside home there will be everything will be fine, and Allah's blessings and mercies will fall in the house also. So that is very good thing. We have to continue to read ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. We request Allah to give us all types of mercies and blessings which are hidden in this dua, and be helpful to us and save us from the torment of the fire, and make our home in Jannatul Firdaus. Amin.